Betty Friedan was an American women's rights activist. She fought for the change of a woman's traditional role in a modern setting. She wanted the traditional expectation of cooking, cleaning, and childcare to morph into empower women, changing the world with intelligence. Friedan was born on February 4, 1921, in Illinois. She graduated from Smith College in 1942 with a degree in psychology and was offered to continue her education at the University of California, but was met with the opportunity of becoming a reporter in New York. In 1947, she got married and had 3 children. During her time as a stay-at-home mom, Betty worked on one of her prized accomplishments. She wondered if women had felt restless just like her, with no purpose. In 1942, she published The Feminist Mystique, shortly after graduating. Her best-selling novel spotlighted the need of change when it came to roles of a woman. Friedan believed that women with rights, education, and work opportunities could be unstoppable. Friedan used her voice and her ability to write as her biggest weapon during her battle. The publicity of her books raised awareness as her voice was heard during walkouts and campaign rallies. She continued her activism by founding organizations such as the National Organization for Women, NOW, which focused on women's equality. She also organized the women's equality strike that took place on August 26, 1970. This strike helped Betty fund a campaign promoting the Equal Rights Amendment in the U.S. Constitution. Although Friedan was self-made and independent, she worked closely with activist and civil leader Gloria Steinem. In 1982, Betty began working with more moderate issues. She published The Second Stage, which supported women in the demands of work and home. At this point, society was morphing. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 had passed, and women had gained what seemed like the world. One of her most famous quotes is, "Who knows what women can be when they are finally free to be themselves?" I believe that this quote means that women have been restricted in the past generations to their true potentials, and after a woman is free from traditional expectations, intellectuality can take over, allowing them to become very powerful. As she reached her 70s, the ideas of death and aging became her new focus. She wrote her last book, The Fountain of Age, in 1993 to explain her thoughts on how becoming old and death are inevitable, but shouldn't be things you dread. Betty died on her 85th birthday, February 4, 2006, in Washington, D.C. She passed from congestive heart failure. Friedan was known as a leader in the feminist movement of the 20th century. Her work has been continued by the various organizations that she's established. When nobody stepped up, she did. When the women of the community needed a voice, she spoke. Betty Friedan will always be remembered as the light at the end of the tunnel and the spark of hope that changed women's lives forever.